Now, this is a. I'm going to start with an update on the trumped up charges against me, and then move into some things that you can use, some federal law you can use to your advantage. Now, this Thursday, I was watching the shop in the gallery at the Cox Building as part of ORVAG, Ohio River Valley Artists Guild, which I'm a member of, and showing a man in the gallery. And then T.C. Rice, even though he's been told that I will not speak to him without an attorney present, continued to harass me, tried to get me to talk, held up the elevator. I was trying to go back downstairs with this gentleman for about 5 minutes. And here's the interesting part. It wasn't just trying to get me to talk to him, because someone who'd been hiding in the bathroom, at least one person, came out later when I ignored him and went ahead down on the elevator. That is when he finally got his foot out of the way to let the elevator go back down. Now, here's a little bit of federal law that comes into play here. Remember, I and many of you watching this, anyone who's been forced into slave labor at the Mason County Detention Center because you were framed for a crime, you are a victim of both conspiracy against rights. That's 18 U.S.C. 241, and you can Google just that, 18, the number 18, space USC space 241, and also you're a victim of forced labor, 18 USC 1589 A3. That's a bit more involved because it's a subsection of another more complex rule of the anti-slavery rules under federal law. Now, Rice's actions were at the very least tampering with a witness victim informant, at the very least. That's 18 U.S.C. 1512, and planning on retaliating against the witness victim informant. That's 18 U.S.C. 1513, which can carry up to the death penalty, depending on what you do. And that's something to remember if they harass you, to shut you up about them violating your federal rights and them violating your civil rights, rather. Just remember, there's not just the FBI, who they work with and get on our old buddy with. There's also the DOJ headquarters. There's also United States Attorney's offices. We conveniently have one located in Lexington. That's the Eastern District. The Eastern Federal District of Kentucky is Lexington. That's where they're located. And here's another reason you might want to talk to them. They can get something called civil action to restrain harassment of a victim or witness. That is under 18 U.S.C. 1514. And yes, 3 of them are right in a row. Those are all obstruction of justice. But that's civil action. You can go directly to the United States Attorney and tell them that you are a witness of or a victim of a federal crime, and that you are being harassed into silence, and that you need for them to get what's basically a restraining order against the police. Now, this means a little bit more. This means that not only was Rice doing that, tampering with the witness, victim, and informant, but so was John Curley when he was paying inmates to shatter my skull on a wall in my sleep when I was at the Mason County Detention Center. So was Bob Moore when he was having inmates drug the food I was getting there at the detention center. So was John Kelly when he was having inmates tamper with my food. So was Justin Merrill when he tried to harass me for exercising my free speech rights, and pointing out the crimes committed by Brad Jackson so that other people would be warned of him and would know about him and would be able to protect themselves from him. And now I'm sure that you guys don't really like, having the fact that you committed federal crimes put out there. But like I said, T.C. Rice was right there. He had at least one other guy with him. I saw him walking past him with 2 other guys. I don't know if I would have made it. I don't know if I would have survived that encounter. So I have to put that information out there right now. Thanks to T.C. Rice. It's because of T.C. Rice I have to put it out there and put this big reminder that you've committed federal crimes, and tell other people about what laws they can use in their favor to try to get them investigated and try to be safe from you. I have to do that now because I don't know what might have happened. So if those of you guys who have a history of violence and arranging violence and see yourselves as immune to local prosecution, I'm just sorry, but I have to tell what federal laws you violated. because of T.C. Rice. It's because of T.C. Rice that this is happening. So, really not my fault. I'm just doing what I have to do here.